Hi guys, welcome back. It's Em again. If you've never been to my channel before, my name is Emily and my channel is about my life. Not everything about my life, but we are going to get pretty personal today because we're going to be talking about my TVs. So anyways, as you can tell from the title of this video, today's video is going to be about DenSureFit. I have already had DenSureFit. I have it currently in my dentures for approximately this application 2 months, 3 months in total. I absolutely love this product. Of course, I just got my teeth done December 22nd of last year, 2017. Today is September 16th. I think today's September 16th of 2018. And so the majority of my shrinkage is stopped, but I still have shrinkage going on. So I'm going to show you these. See? Doesn't take anything to break that seal because everything is shrinking still. This application has lifted all the way around. It has a tear in it. I have still been using it because I've been waiting for this to come in. It came in this week, but I was going to do this application Friday. Needless to say, a whole bunch of stuff. I had to do a bunch of crap, so I didn't get the chance to do it. So we're going to be doing it today. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys taking, I'm going to take out the old application of DenSureFit, and hopefully it just peels right on out. Hopefully there is no trouble with it. If there is, then we might have to resort to something else. But anyways, if you guys want to see my application of DenSureFit, just keep watching. Okay guys, so now what we are going to do, here they are, the bottom ones. The DenSureFit has actually stayed really well. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there is just a little bit of lifting right there. None on this side. The DenSureFit has stuck so well on this bottom one this time. But on the top here, of course, we have all of this that has lifted out. So essentially, I'm just going to see if I can just rip this out of here. There we go. And you can see where I cut it last time. And it's coming out pretty easily, actually. Get that there. And see about getting it off of the first application that I did here, because it is stuck on there pretty good, actually. There we go. Let's grab it. So that's peeling out pretty easily there. Of course, right before I did this, I had a hard reline done. It's about getting all this out of here. Make sure we get it all out. It's got little pieces of it sticking everywhere. Got my own worsted on me. Okay. This might be kind of difficult to get it off the, what is it, the ridge of the wall. But I didn't really go over it too much, so there we go. Just making sure that we get everything out of here. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to dig the rest of that out off camera so I don't make this video too long. And then this one here, I'm going to start peeling this up and peeling it out of here. There we go. See, it comes out pretty easily, actually, once you get it going. There. The bottom definitely has to have more put in this time. I've noticed over probably about the last month or so, the bottom has gotten extremely loose, and now I can barely eat with them in because they keep lifting every time I eat because I'm not gluing them down or anything. So okay, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dig the rest of the stuff out off camera. I'm going to go and scrub them down really, really, really well with some Dawn dish liquid. Well, you know what? I might show you guys before I do the Dawn dish liquid, before I scrub them down and everything. I'm going to show you guys how much room that I have in my denture. So anyways, this is going to take a minute to dig all this out. So I will be right back. Okay, so I definitely did run into some problems getting this out, especially in the grooves up here in the suction spot right here. Of course, I'm trying to grow my nails out, so I should not be using them as tools, but this is what's working, because the tweezers, I got tweezers and I got a toothpick here, and the toothpick kind of works, but it's not like, I guess, strong enough or whatever, and it's extremely tedious. The tweezers, on the other hand, is just like scraping it and causing it to break apart, so I'm scraping it with my nails. If anybody else has that problem, who knows. But anyways, just giving you guys a little heads up that it might be a little bit difficult if you have a lot of ridges right here in your suction spot to get that out of there. Also, I would like to add that the bottoms are probably going to be a tad bit more difficult to do, because it's just harder to get in there and get every little piece of that out. So unfortunately, with the bottoms, I am having to do this number and just essentially scrape it out of there, because my finger can't really reach down in there too well to get it out. My nails really aren't long enough to reach down in there and get it out. I mean, I can get it off the walls right here, but down in the actual trough, oh, Lord help me, down here, it's really difficult to get out. Okay, so for a little bit of a reference, yes, I have no teeth in. A little bit of a reference, because it's been a long time since I've seen what these will look like without any soft liner or adhesive, any soft liner or anything in them, to see how loose they actually are. I've got everything cleaned out, so we're going to see how loose they are. Oh, yeah. They are extremely loose. Extremely. Okay, so that was just like a little reference to see how loose they are. Definitely going to be using 2 syringes of silicone on the top and 1 on the bottom. So I am going to go scrub these down again extra well, and we will get into the prepping application, because the person that I spoke to at DenSureFit told me that if I had lifting, on the edges or anything, to use a file. So I went and I found this brand new file, and I am going to kind of rough up the edges a little bit, but I'm going to go scrub them first. Okay, be back. Okay, so back again. I have scrubbed them down. Now I am going to do a little bit of prep on these with the file. So I'm going to kind of rough up these edges a little bit, and down here on the edges, just to make sure that it sticks really well. I mean, honestly, I didn't have that much trouble with it sticking this last time. It stuck pretty well. So I'm just going to wrap it up a little bit, maybe right around in here. That's kind of helping get the rest of it off too, because it looks like there's a little bit of it left. Oh yeah, there is some left right there. Stuff is sneaky. There we go. We'll get the rest of that out. I want to make sure we get all of that silicone out. It's really hard to get that from there. But anyway, so I'm trying not to make this video too long, because I'm doing it on my phone, of course. So I'm going to continue to rough up the wall and the ridge of the denture, so that I can make sure that everything adheres. More so on the top here. Definitely going to be focusing on where everything lifted last time, because if you can see, I had whenever I got the hard reline done right here, they cut off the back of it. I don't know if you can see, and then they redid it, so the acrylic is newer right there, and I don't know if that's the reason why it really wasn't sticking before, but I'm going to focus more so on the back, because the back lifted every time. Both times that I did the DenSureFit, the back lifted. So hopefully this little tip that I got from DenSureFit will work. So I'm going to focus on roughing all that up. I'm going to clean them again, wash them down with rubbing alcohol, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am pretty much done roughing these up. I have definitely focused on roughing up the ridge and the walls right here. Anywhere where it lifted at on the top, I have focused on the back here. Definitely focused on getting up underneath it so that we got something for it to stick to. And there was quite a bit of that DenSureFit left in the little nooks and crannies all down in here. So definitely be aware of that when you're redoing your application and you need to get all of it out of there. Definitely make sure that you do get it all out. I'm pretty sure that it's going to it's going, I don't have any teeth in, sorry. It's going to affect the way it adheres. So definitely focusing on everything that lifted before. So anyways, I'm gonna go wash these. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back now. I have scrubbed them with Dawn 3 different times. I'm going to get all of my stuff prepared here. I have avoided touching them with my hands so as to not put any oils or anything like that on them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my little makeup wipes over here, and I am going to scrub them down with alcohol. And also the woman that I spoke to at DenSureFit told me to make sure that everything is completely dry, no moisture at all on the teeth, because that could affect how the DenSureFit adheres to them. So there's my 3 tubes. You can't see them, but there's my 3 tubes right there. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe them down with the alcohol, and I'm going to let them dry for quite some time to make sure that all the moisture is off of them. So only going to be touching them with this. Okay, actually I might be able to go get me a pair of gloves. Okay, hopefully I'm not making this video too long. Got me some gloves. Okay, got some alcohol. It is 91%. And I am going to wipe these things down. I'm really trying to make sure that this application of DenSureFit lasts me until I get my permanent teeth, because these are still my immediate dentures. And I don't get my, well, I can get my permanents in November, but I am going to wait until January to get my permanents. So I'm trying to make sure that this application lasts me, because if you watch my other video, you know, it's $60 for those 3 tubes. So, I mean, it's not cheap. I'm not a rich person. Granted, I love the product, and I will pay the $60 for it as long as it lasts me. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to make sure that this is my last application on these immediate dentures until I get my permanent ones. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. Where's my little fan at? There it is. Okay, my little makeup drying fan. Woo! Let's speed up the process here. Scrub them down again with some alcohol. I'm going to wipe them down 3 times just to make sure that there is no oils or residues left, okay? Okay, so they have been cleaned like 5 times with alcohol. I've been using gloves to make sure that I don't get any adhesive on it or any residue or anything on it. Okay, so now we are going to start with the primer here. Make sure that we wait the 2 minutes in between, and to make sure that the primer is dry completely, and let's not spill it. Okay, so we're going to start with the top here. We are going to dunk, put the lid on, and then cover the whole thing, including the ridge and the wall, with the primer all along the back here. We're just going to cover, make sure everything gets covered really well. Since I will not be saving any of this to use again, I will be, alcohol and everything just killing me. Okay. We're gonna let that kind of dry for a sec. And we're going to use our next sponge here. Oh shit. Did I just say don't spill it? Fucking idiot. Okay. It's kind of hard working with these gloves, actually. Okay, so on this one we are going to cover all of it that we need to. There we go. All along the back, on the sides here, down in the trough, and on the walls really, really, really well. Okay. And then I'm going to put the rest of it on this top one here. There's like nothing left. Okay. Anyways, use every bit of it that I can and make sure I get all along the top up here with it. There we go. I don't think there's any more left. My fake ID. Okay. Okay, make sure that we get all of it on as much as possible. I think that is about it. Okay, now we gotta let this dry for 2 whole minutes, so I shall return. Okay, so I've taken my gloves off because I think this is just going to be too difficult to try to do with the gloves on. I think that what I am going to do is do like I did last time and try, sorry, having issues, try to do both of them at the same time. We will see if I can or not. So I think what I'm going to do is do the top first. Okay, so I always get so anxious. Okay, so we're going to put the, I'm going to open this, make sure I turn it the right way, twist this way, there we go, 1 click, twist this way, 1 click, and last but not least, twist 1 way, click. Okay. And, woo, Lord Jesus, here we go. It's so scary. Okay. 2 syringes on the top. This is what's going to be scary because I hope I don't really waste anything, you know what I mean? Okay. There's 1 syringe. next. Go up on the wall. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. And on the back right here. There we go. Then I'm going to do this bottom one right quick. In the trough. In the trough. On the wall. On the wall. On the wall. I really didn't have nothing left. Okay. And wait for a minute. Try. Rock exercise. And fly. So, wait for us. Okay guys, so it has been 4 minutes now, and I'm going to take these out and trim everything. So we have the top here. As you can see, it has the flashing all the way around and all the way on the back here. It looks like it does have a little missing spot right there, but it's probably not going to be that big of a deal too much. And then on the bottom, sorry, it's super slimy right now. Like, my mouth was just drooling when I had this crap in. But anyways, it's everywhere. Might have had a little bit too much in the bottom, but better to have too much than too little, right? Right. Okay, so now I am going to trim all of this up. Well, actually, I probably should let it cure for a little bit, or finish curing for a little bit, and then take everything off. So I will be back. I'm probably going to wait like 20 or 30 minutes. Okay, guys. Let me turn that football game down. Okay, so I'm back. Now, I was reading the information pamphlet that they send you for the DenSureFit, and it says that you should allow 2 hours of curing time after doing this. So I did allow 2 hours of curing time. It's been a minute since I've been on here. As you can see, I've done changed and I am ready to go to the gym. So I am going to trim all of this up. I got my handy dandy super sharp knife here. So I'm going to trim all of this up. The majority of it's not going to stick, obviously. Where there was no primer, it's not going to stick. So, and this knife is super sharp, so I'm going to try not to, well, for one, cut myself. And I'm going to try not to cut the denture itself, so and make sure that whenever you are doing this, when you peel Oh, this might not be my super sharp knife. I don't know what happened to the super sharp knife. This one's pretty sharp, but not super, super sharp. Always make sure that you peel away from it, away from the denture, so that you're not lifting the material up this way. That is kind of thick right there, but like I said, I did kind of use a lot on the bottom, but I wanted to make sure that it was enough. I didn't want to put not enough, you know. Okay. This knife could be sharper though. Unfortunately, it is not. Are you being mean to Batgirl?
Nope.
Don't be mean to Batgirl.
Why would I be mean to Batgirl?
Because she keeps waking you up in the mornings?
Let's go, boys. Right.
Okay.
Time. 3rd and goal. You're down 24-3. Can the Patriots do it? Touchdown, Gronkowski. No, Hogan.
That is my husband. He is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay.
The Patriots have life. 4 quarters our quarter, baby. Let's go.
He is a Patriots fan. Don't cut yourself. Lord help me. I thought this was my super sharp knife. It is not my super sharp knife. I don't know where my super sharp knife is. Do you know where the super sharp knife is that I used last time, babe?
No, dear. You already asked me that.
You already asked me that. Oh. Maybe you would magically remember. I don't freaking know. I already asked you this question. Whatever. This is kind of difficult to get off right here. Or try, like, difficult to trim down on the inner corner. It's getting late outside, so my daylight is basically gone now. There you go. I try to make sure that I trim anything that is lifted, like this right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but all of that right there that isn't stuck to the denture itself. Maybe I need to sharpen this knife. There we go. That's a lot of extra right there, though. There we go. I'll just gently peel it up and out of there. There we go. Okay. So it's getting everywhere. So I think the inside is pretty well done here. So I'm going to pause the video now. I'm going to finish up this bottom and then I'll show you the top. Okay, so if some of you guys have a partial, then you might run into this problem as well. If you can see here that the silicone is like all over the clasp and everything, and you're probably going to have difficulty getting that off of there. I mean, of course my knife is not super sharp. I probably do need some little like cuticle cutters or something like that for this, but just try to cut it off as best as possible. Okay, so I am pretty confident with the bottoms here. It did not stick on the outside right here as well as I would have hoped. See, that's kind of already like lifted a little bit. So I'm not really for sure about that. And I let it cure too. I did all the little extra steps that were suggested to me. Anyways, it is what it is. There we go. But I'm pretty confident with that right there. Everything looks really good. There's probably can't really see it. There's a little bit sticking off the back on each side right up underneath here. But yeah, so we're gonna start on the top now. Get rid of some of the silicone that's up here. Now the top, I don't really have a lot that I need to cut off. I've got like this part right here that I'm going to cut off, and on this side got just a little bit right here that I'm going to chop off. It's a little bit easier working on the top than it is the bottom. I don't know if that's because that's a partial, and honestly I am scared to mess with it too much, just simply due to the fact that this just got acrylic when they did the hard reline. It was like acrylic all over the teeth. Anyways, I've broken this twice already. Once wasn't really my fault because it was super thin right here where it goes behind my teeth. So I don't know if it's just because I am really, really, really scared to break it that I try to be super careful with that. So maybe that's the reason why the top is a little bit easier for me to work with. This back flashing right here, I'm not exactly for sure how I am going to cut this off. I might need to go get a pair of scissors. Okay, so I'm back now. I got some scissors here. Hopefully, there we go. I'm not going to trim this all the way on this back part. There we go. This piece right here is gonna have to go though. I don't know how. Let's see, I'm gonna chop that off without making it lift. There we go. I need a freaking sharper knife. Damn it. I need a sharper knife. Okay. That's not too bad right there. Just try to trim that up as best as possible right there. There we go. that is a little far back right there, but I think that it's okay. I think the top was so much easier to do than the bottom. I have a little tiny piece. There we go. Okay, so there is the top. I did leave, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I did leave a little bit of some flashing on the back here. I was missing a little tiny piece of silicone right here in the corner. Hopefully that doesn't mess it up, but let me go rinse these off and we'll try the fit. Okay, so I got everything rinsed off, everything trimmed up on them. So now we are going to, well, I don't have no damn mouse in my pocket. I am going to see how these things fit. And sorry, the light, because I have the light on this side. Yeah, top is much, much better. Bottoms, not bad at all. I kind of have a sore spot behind this Earl tooth right here, but let me check the mirror right quick. Yeah, and I think that it's just going to take a little bit of adjusting to get used to the new DenSureFit. Sorry, I feel like I'm like super close to the camera, even though I'm really not. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, that is my application of DenSureFit. This light is super freaking bright. That's my application. Everything feels nice. The seal's not hard to break for me, but I think that is due to the denture itself not being made properly to fit my mouth, because it is just an immediate denture and I had a bunch of problems whenever I got done. So I can simply go like this. I can just push on those front teeth just a tiny bit and it breaks the seal, because of how the denture is kind of, you can't really tell here, but the denture is curved really weirdly. Anyways, so that is my DenSureFit application this time. Thank you guys for watching, and if you would like, please subscribe and like this video, and if you want, leave a comment below. So until next time, bye guys.